All right. What is going on? What is going on, man, with Man United lately? I don't know what's going on, fam. Like that. It's absolutely peak, and yeah, it's a bit of a mad thing. What's going on? Where do you start? Where do you start? Do you start here from the Europa League final when we lost against Spurs, or do you start here of way back of your when Man United appointed Amorim, the ones there. Um. Anyway, look, I'm gonna say it like this, bro. I'm gonna say it like this because I'm not gonna get into the intro and everything like that because it is absolutely a crisis going on, fam. Like that. It's peak. It's a peak in a Adonia thing, and and the thing about it is that at first, right, we all know that when Amram came in here, we all wanted him here to do well, and all of us all got gassed, because we thought that he may be the guy, man, to change the fortunes around, or to be the guy before the guy, that who would take United here towards challenging, right? But it's all gone horribly wrong, them ones, especially with Manu lately, and I'm like, why is I'm even I'm for the life of me, I don't even know why Manu is on the bench, bro. Still on the bench here for the first two games of the season, and then now, in the humiliating loss here against Grimsby Town, right? He came on, and even though that he played alright, he's not up to the standards here of how he would normally play, including Ahmad, fam. Ahmad, yeah, he didn't play well, but like I said, man, I like Ahmad, I like Manu, I like some of the players here at Man United, but it's one of those ones here where, like, it's not them, it's the system. I hate to say it, man, but it's the system, bro. It's the system, fam. Because for me, when Man United, man, were bringing all of these new players in, like the Cunha, like Embremo, like Sesko, for example. I was like, alright, cool. I wasn't excited. I wasn't excited in the least. I wasn't excited. I was like, okay, let's just check how things will go. I was like this when Amram came in. I was like, let's just see how it goes, because we don't know the future. We don't know what's gonna happen. We don't know yet if he's gonna go in the route here of how is it now, or in the route of he's taking Man United, man, to where it's actually meant to be. But the record is not good, fam. The record is not good. The record is not good. The record was like it was under 30%. Under 30%, fam. 30%. It's not good. And then in the league itself, his record, fam, his record, blood, his record was worse than my man Ralph Ragnick, whom we thought that was sick. The ones there, he knew what he was doing, but obviously the players was like, hell nah, we can't push ourselves for 90 minutes. We're not fit enough here to to deal with your system. And Ralph Ragnick, he was flexible. He was flexible. He was flexible, fam, on the way that he does his tactic and his system on the pitch. But this guy, Amorim, he's been stubborn, blood. I haven't watched any of his press conferences because, I haven't. I'm not gonna say that I did. I haven't, fam. I haven't. But it's peak. If a manager is not willing to change his formation, change the system, because you can have a formation like 4-4-2, 4-2-3-1, 5 at the back. Oh no, not 5. No, less of that. 3-5-2, for example. Right? 3-5-2. Or is it a 3-4-2-1? Right? But there has to be a better approach. You think that putting better players in the same system, in the same style of play will change the way you play? No, it's not gonna work like that, blood. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. I mean, Ineos, fair play to them, because I was the one that said, look, let's just see what Ineos will do. Fair play to them. Most of the transfer business has been good. The players that they brought in. Dogu. He's getting there. But, he rushes, but he's getting there. Right? And then you have Cunha in Bremo and Sesko. And Sesko, you can tell, man, Sesko, man, has good movement. You can tell for a striker, he has good movement. He has good movement into the box. So you can tell there's potential. Before you had Garnacho, you had Højlund, and you had Rashford, I think it was. Forgive me if I missed out anybody. You had these man. And these man, it does jack. They're horrible. And now, Ineos here have put more than 160 million pounds on a strike force for you to score more goals. For you to create more chances. But still, the team ain't clicking. The math is not mathing, fam. So the thing about it is that if we're bringing in here the players that, not what the manager needs, but what the club needs in general, because obviously it starts from the sporting director, and then the sporting director and the people on board are the ones that say, look, we got to bring in a manager that suits our style, because that will make it much more easier, because if the structure is there, because obviously it's very difficult here to move to fire players after players. The only one that is so movable is the manager. Or the coach, or the head coach, let's just say. Fine, you know them way there. And the thing about it is that if Ineos do all they can here to make your team better than when it was last year, and then nothing is changing, then who do we look to then? And now we're hearing after that humiliating defeat against in the League Cup. Then now he wants out, or there are quotes that he wants out. Fam, let me tell you something, blood. I will pay your taxi back to Portugal, fam. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I'm not gonna be the one. Yeah, I'm not one of those people who love football to sit here and say, "Oh no, give him time." Look, we all want every coach or any manager that comes into Man United, blood. We all want them to do well, not to do worse off. It looks like as if that when Man United man go into when a manager gets into Man United, it is like as if it's like something is wrong, fam. There, something is wrong. Like anybody that goes in immediately, the manager man is off his head. One said here, oh yeah, man, it's rosy. It's like the honeymoon period. Them way there. And then all of a sudden, blood. Over time, they're aging within minutes. They're not even the same man who came in. They're sinking into a swamp. It's like the manager's taking the that's how you know, man, that the job as a manager or a head coach here of Man United, man, is a huge job. The pressure, blood. In that game against in the League Cup, I was busy doing my thing, and then fam, even I'm kind of remembering. I mean, what's flashing before my eyes? Because obviously, there are two things that come to me. It is the Liverpool game when Rio scored that sick goal at the the 16-year-old. Big ups to him, honestly. And then there's another one about United, man, about when what was man doing with his magnets? And then we were like, fam. I was like, okay, cool. So Man United, man, they're gonna change the system, fam. Like, yeah, he's gonna change the system. He's gonna do something. Change it, because you have to be flexible, man. If your 3-4-2-1 doesn't work, you got to change. You got to do something. You got to, you know what I mean? Like you can, I mean like, overlapping centre backs. They lit. And that, blood. What's man doing? I'm like, there's so much I want to say, but I don't want to talk too much because we could be here forever, blood. So you lost against Arsenal. You drew against Fulham. Who has? That is the first time ever. Not even that. Grimsby Town, right, was a League 2 team, blood. And you don't even know, man, yet if those men are part-time footballers. That's how. Oh my days, fam. Oh my word. What was it? Bruno Fernandes in against Fulham. That one as well. You are captain, blood, and then you're saying, "Oh yeah, I wanted an apology." This Bruno, I have spoken about this guy. I've spoken about Garnacho, I've spoken about Hoyland, but before I've spoken about this man, Mr. Spamming fam. And it looks like as if that Amram have lost the dressing room already. Because you need to hold your ground, blood. You need to hold your ground. And then never say you have this man to support you. That's the reason why, man, that you have Portuguese. You have Dallo has been playing awful since the league, Premier League started. Bruno, yes, as well. People say, oh yeah, Bruno played well. What game were you watching? This guy spams every time. Not even that. This one, like I said, the penalty thing, and then his game went downhill. How can you have a captain that's emotional, and then you have bloody a manager, a head coach that's also emotional? No. If you have more loss than wins, it's relegation form. And now you're first against Burnley, you're at home. Half of Man don't even. If you lost here to Grimsby Town, right? Obviously you were away. What are the confidence that you're going to beat Burnley at home? Look, and then there was this thing like, oh yeah, news circling around. You're like, oh yeah, Rúben Amorim is gonna hell showdown talks. Nah, blood. And then all of a sudden, man, they're gonna have this mutual consent that, oh yeah, that he left his own accord. Less of that. Chatting so much was. No. Watch, they fired him because all of us here will all have respect if he left in his own accord. Be like, look, I've done all I can. I mean, I don't want to spoil you the legacy of or the project of United. Then left. Cool, we give you respect for that. But less of that, man, what you doing at the moment. Against Burnley, I don't even know. I mean, like, and then this one, there's no midfield. We see teams around the transfer market, them buying players, man, they fix at certain points here in their squad. Casemiro and Bruno Fernandes won't work. And then something came back to me. Menu as well. You with the thing you were saying. Rúben Amorim was saying like, oh yeah, Menu is fighting for Bruno Fernandes' position. And how many times has Bruno been subbed off? And I researched this, and it's probably less than 15 times. So basically, you're saying to Menu, nah, you can go. That's the people. Xerxes and Menu were on the bench, and he didn't bring him on against Grimsby Town or something. And then you bring in you put Mount at left wing back. Left wing. Oh, my days, blood. It's. No, I don't know. Can you see the mess that's going on at the moment? The thing about it is like, you're the manager. Fam, you're the manager. And he's saying that, oh yeah, the players here don't are not fighting for me. You're the manager, blood. You're meant to be the one that's meant to be motivating them, disciplining them. People, man don't know your Menu's technical ability. He was the one in that game against Grimsby Town that was driving the ball here into the other half of the pitch where I think Cunha, because obviously it was Cunha, and then obviously Cunha was on, Bremo came on, in the I think it was in the second half, and also scored that goal. But then the penalty shootout, what on? I've never seen that before. A penalty shootout, man, that's gone round like that. The only time I've seen that is on FIFA. That's the only time, or the old FIFA games back in the day. That's the only time I've seen that. That you scored all your penalties and then it goes round. And there was more. I mean, to have in Bremo year to take the penalty again is mind games. It's you put more pressure. Why don't you try and win the game within the normal 90 minutes? That's the thing. Xerxes, Maney, in Bremo, Cunha, 4 players. I mean, Cunha, what a player. You can see him. You say, nah, less of that. Forget about it. I'm going to take the game or shuffle my neck and try and win this. You see it in the past 2 games, not against Grimsby Town, but the games before that. He's trying. In Bremo, he's not a he's a player that comes off from the wing and gets the ball, like, you know, in the area where he scored. Get the ball there when he scored against Grimsby Town. Cut inside and score, like the similar goal he did there. And then Cunha, oh yeah, and then also I heard that I found it very interesting, this one as well. Before I stop, there's so much things that's coming out, man, and this one as well. Cunha missed it because I've heard rumors that actually Onana, oh my days, Onana, oh my word, blood. Onana, wow. 5 or 6 penalties he could have saved. And then what makes matters worse is that he's the one, there's rumors that he was the one that told Cunha of where the goalkeeper will dive. So now there's pressure on you even going towards the penalty box here to put the ball and to score a penalty. But then you put even more pressure on my man of having to decide, I already know where I'm going to put the ball in the penalty spot. Now you're telling me that he's going to dive this way. And then you can see that death stare he looked at Onana when he missed. It's there. It's there. I really don't know, man, where we're gonna go from here, fam. I don't know where Man United is gonna go from here. You know, Liverpool, man, they're doing absolutely sick at the moment, man. Even though that Frimpong is injured, Wirtz here is just getting there, but he's still not clicking, you know, like that. And Ekitike, man, scored it in his 2 matches, which is actually really sick. Brilliant, absolutely sick. And Salah clutching, man, and those stats, you know, them way there, you know, but. Oh my days. And then also Gakpo assisted twice, isn't it? In the last game. My word. I don't know where Man United is gonna go from here. It's absolutely peak, blood. It's peak. Tell you what, man. Yeah, Amorim, man, he needs to go. He needs to go, man. Because someone may say, oh yeah, but that's Onana's fault. Yeah, the penalty, yeah, because you can't rely on Onana when it comes to penalties, and he's been making mistakes ever since he came to the club. But the thing about it is that yes, the manager sets up the team, and the players has to apply it, right? But you set up the team, blood. This is the thing right there. Amorim, man. Let me tell you something, fam. I think that Amorim, man, needs to go regardless, man, if he win or lose or draw against Burnley, fam. and there's that motorbike noise right there, man. That's my time to go, fam. Like I said, man, Ammerman needs to go regardless of the Burnley result.